Direct News TV. November 6, 2023. Israel continues to attack hospitals in Gaza, killing at least 8. Gaza City, Israeli warplanes have continued to attack hospitals in Gaza City. After another communication and network blackout on Sunday, the Nasser Medical Complex, which has 4 hospitals, suffered indirect and direct hits from Israeli missiles. According to the Palestinian Health Ministry, at least 8 Palestinians were killed in the attacks and dozens were wounded. The medical complex contained the Al-Nasser Children's Hospital, the Rantizi Specialized Hospital, the Eye Hospital and the Psychiatric Hospital. The Israeli Army called some of our staff that night and said they will create a fire belt around the hospital, Suleiman Kaud, a doctor at the Rantizi Hospital said. At about 6:30 p.m., 16:30 Greenwich Mean Time, Israeli warplanes hit the area between the Psychiatric Hospital and the Rantizi Hospital, wounding 35 people, including some of the medical staff. 2 hours later, the Rantizi Hospital was hit as well as its southeast and northeast sides. A children's cancer ward is located on the northeast side of the hospital, Kaud said. More than 30 children were receiving chemotherapy treatment there, he said. The hospital was then attacked for a third time with strikes hitting the grounds where ambulances and other vehicles were parked and where displaced families had taken shelter. We have between 80 and 100 patients, and 700 displaced families, that is about 5,000 people, Kaud said. The solar panels and water tanks were also targeted, meaning that the Rantizi Hospital does not have a single drop of running water, he said. The attacks on the hospital forced Rabah al-Radi to take her sick granddaughter, Sidra, for treatment elsewhere. Sidra has cancer and broke her leg in an accident while fleeing from Israeli bombing that hit the school where they were sheltering. We got to Kamal Adwan Hospital but they told us to come to the Rantizi Hospital instead, Rabah said. Now, the Rantizi is telling us to go to the Shifa Hospital but there are no ambulances or cars on the road. At least 16 of the 35 hospitals in Gaza are out of service and 51 of 72 primary healthcare clinics in the besieged enclave have shut down completely. The psychiatric hospital, the only one of its kind in the Gaza Strip, is also no longer able to treat its patients. We would take in 50 to 70 patients a day, from those coming to get their medicine to those who came to be treated for psychological trauma due to the sound of constant bombing, said Jamil Suleiman, the general director of the psychiatric hospital. Body wounds can heal but psychological wounds are much deeper and need psychiatric treatment, he said. If Gaza's hospitals continue to be attacked, there is no need for the United Nations Security Council or the World Health Organization, Suleiman added. If there is no guarantee for a patient's rights, then there is no point having an international health body just witnessing a population getting slaughtered, he said. Maybe if we were animals, then we'd have our rights. The Nasser Medical Complex contains the Al-Nasser Children's Hospital, the Rantizi Specialized Hospital, the Eye Hospital and the Psychiatric Hospital. A nurse inspects the rooftop of the Rantizi Specialist Hospital for Children, which was hit 3 times along with its solar panels and water tanks. In addition to treating between 80 and 100 patients, the Rantizi Hospital is also hosting some 700 families who have been displaced from their homes. Fida al-Wahidi and her baby daughter Masa were referred to the Rantizi Hospital but had yet to be seen by a doctor. Rabah al-Radi said she is unable to move her granddaughter Sidra, who has cancer and a broken leg, to the Shifa Hospital due to the lack of ambulances and cars on the damaged roads in Gaza. Since October 7, the Israeli offensive has put at least 16 of Gaza's 35 hospitals out of service. The children's cancer ward in the Rantizi Hospital was damaged by Israeli missiles. Jamil Suleiman, the Director General of the Psychiatric Hospital, surveys the area where 4 people were killed in an Israeli air raid. The psychiatric hospital treats between 50 and 70 patients per day, including those who have been left traumatized by the Israeli bombardment of Gaza. On November 6, Israeli air attacks hit the grounds of the Rantizi Specialist Hospital where displaced families have taken shelter and ambulances are parked. My name is Kingsley. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to be notified whenever we post. You won't regret it.